What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy September 6th. Let me get this adjusted. There. I think that's a little better. I can see the comments at least now, I think. All right, 7 people here. Somebody already threw me a thumbs up. Thanks for that, whoever that was. I appreciate it. How's everybody doing? It is September 6th, 7 o'clock Sunday, so live fishing report time. It even feels like September out there, doesn't it? I mean, it's just like, it's weird. It is so weird. So as soon as September gets here, it's like September 1. It's just a different feeling in the air. At least for me, anyway. Just the air feels different. You know, the weather feels different. The fishing feels different. Mark Pearson, good to see you. Waldilio, Patrick Forster, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, it's just something about September. Jeff Thomas, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, Doug. Yeah, I mean, it's just isn't it a different feeling? Like as soon as September gets here, just yeah, fuzzy stick. You're not kicking crazy wind today. As soon as September rolls in, though, it's just for me. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe because I know it's September, my brain goes, "Hey, it's September," and it feels different. But I'm telling you, Steve S made it. Hello back to you. It's just definitely a different feeling in the air. I mean, all around too. Like I said, just even out fishing, just it feels different. But anyway, we'll talk about that. How's everybody doing? Good to see everyone. Already got 40 people jumping in. Tim M, you already dropped the boat off to have it pulled out for the season. Yeah, I don't know. It's a sad day, isn't it? It's like, I know we get burned out there for sure. But yeah, when the boat goes up for the winter, man, it goes by so fast. Nick Padula, Greg Schmidt. Yeah, but doesn't the season just fly by? I mean, it just seems like yesterday I was buying the boat, getting everything ready for my first charter season, getting everything set up, new rods, new reels, new tackle. And Mark, you're over. Ah, good. I wish you would have stopped over and said hello. But yeah, I mean, doesn't the season just fly by? You always think at the beginning of or in May. I know I always think to myself, man, we got 4 months, maybe 5 months of fishing. It's going to be amazing. We're going to get out there all the time, and then all of a sudden, it is just gone like that. The time just flies by. Yeah, Corey, no doubt you're over at Insta Launch. Yeah, it is definitely breezy. When I left the boat today, I fished this morning, and it was blowing out there. We got out there, and it's probably like a 2 foot chop. And well, also thanks to Derek and Amanda for coming out on the trip today. We had a great time. It was really a lot of great couple, really nice people. All 4 people on the boat today, really nice people. Felt really bad for the girl that got sick on the boat. She felt terrible. I felt worse. I hate it when people get to chum in the water. But Bill Knapp, good to see you back, man. But yeah, when I left the boat at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. It was straight whipping. Yeah, Tom Longsleeve shirt, I know. Yeah, that wind was straight whipping out of it. It seemed like west, maybe west by northwest, maybe just cooking in though. And the boats are pulling on the lines pretty hard at the docks, and it was just, yeah, it was just absolutely cranking out there. So yeah, I normally don't give weather reports, but I'll give you a little one here. It is September, so we got to be careful in September. September can get really gnarly out there. Looks like the next 4 or 5 days is going to be, well, I know the next couple of days. I canceled my trip for tomorrow. They're talking for like 7 to 9 foot waves in the morning. Has water temps dropped around Manistee? Yeah, ask me that in a little bit there, Bill. Just remind me of it, please. Yeah, the next couple of days, though, it's going to be just cranking out there. And then looks like Tuesday and Wednesday it's going to be 2 to 4s, maybe 1 to 3s. Still going to be a bit bumpy. But then towards next weekend, it looks like it might lay down a little. So I still got trips going on throughout the month of September. I'll still be out there. Excuse me. That's September for you, though. You get 50% of your trips in September because the weather gets so volatile at times. But anyway, let's talk about the fishing report around here. Fishing is Scott Walker. Yeah, TC was tough, no doubt. So, Scott, did you fish the TC tournament? I know that was going on this weekend. Just curious on if you fished that. How did everybody do up there? Anyway, here's the fishing report around here. Let's not beat around the bush. I know we like to get into this and get this out of the way. So fishing around here is still temperamental. That's a good word for it. It's temperamental. A couple boats I know went out, fished around the pier heads in the mornings. One boat I know got a 33 pounder. The other boat got a 32 pounder or 31, one of the two. And then several boats, or not several, but quite a few boats got high 20-pound fish around the pier heads. Now here's the caveat on that. They're big fish, no doubt about it. I mean, it's great to catch those big fish, but most boats are getting like 1 or 2 hit wonders for a whole day of fishing. So the pier heads are okay. I mean, the water is really, really warm around there. Really, really warm around the pier heads. But those kings are really looking to stage up and get up that river. It's like they're almost on standby. It's like they're almost just confused right now what they want to do. They know it's the right time of the year, but the water temps aren't right. So, you know, they're almost like they just can't figure out what they want to do, because there's a bunch of them, bunch of kings loaded up right there at the pier head mouth. I mean, right there at the harbor mouth. They're just loaded up, but they're not biting hardly at all. Then Manistee Lake has quite a few kings in it. I can see them out there rolling, quite a few guys out there, you know, jigging out there. I saw a few nets drop the other day. But the weird thing is the weir, you know, where they collect, you know, all the salmon species and all the samples and whatnot and count the runners. They've only had a few salmon shoot up the weir already. So it's not many have gone up the river. Like I said, they're just kind of like waiting right there on the word go. And it's frustrating because I know a lot of the guys are going out there and fishing those pier heads. You can see them on the graph just loaded up. And boy, you run your lines through there all day long, and you're lucky to get a bite, 2, maybe 3 bites. When you see all those thousands of fish, it can be really frustrating. But the ones you do get in there are really good fish. I mean, they're big, big fish. So I skipped that this morning early for me. The early bite, I decided to run out a little deeper. I worked a little area out to the 15s to the 17s around there. Picked up one nice coho down about 60 feet on my shoot rigger. Big white paddle with that pickled sunshine fly like I talked about in the past. The big Beckhold paddle, the 11-inch, and the pickled sunshine fly. That thing has gone all year for me, guys. If I can praise any, like, really one lure, that's one I always almost run. The big white with the pickled sunshine, or the big black paddle with the pickled sunshine. That thing is almost always out for me. But yeah, picked up coho out there. Then we picked up a 3-year-old king on a plug, and a pearl rainbow plug, an ace high. And then picked up a dink on my high diver out at 120, also with the doubles. That's another one, the Dreamweaver 8-inch double slick. The Pearl double slick spin doctor with a pickled sunshine fly. That one has gone all year for me as well. That thing is almost always out there on my high divers. So that my program lately has been kind of like a less is more type thing, just because the currents out there have just been crazy. I've actually reduced my lines down just to keep it a little bit more simple, and I think the bites have actually either, you know, stayed steady or gone up. For me, it's just been the 3 riggers, 2 high divers, and then 2 long lines on the outside, maybe 3 on the outside, but not much more than that. Hey, my sister Laura. How you doing, Laura? Good to see you. Yeah, basically just a plug bite right now, guys. If you're going out a little bit deeper, and you can go out there, you can work that 150 foot of water right now. 120 to 180 foot of water straight out of Manistee. Just work that area. There's 2 and 3-year-olds out there for sure. There's coho out there. There's some really nice coho out there. And I would stick to the all plugs right now. That's what's been going for me. And it's going to change, I know, because of the winds. But today it was 40 to 60 feet down on my riggers. The shoot rigger being my lowest, and then my 2 out and downs being at 45 and I think 52. And then my high divers, like I said, I just ran 1 high diver per side. Both had the double slick spin doctor on it. Had those at 125, and I think, yeah, and the other one was at 140. Then I had 7, 10, and 13 color on one side, and then on the other side I had a 225 and a 300 copper. And the 225 is the one that took the 3-year-old fish, and that was on a plug. So that's been my program as of late, and I think it's going to continue to work for me. So, you know, if you want to copy that a little bit, hey, feel free. If you want to morph it in your own thing, hey, feel free as well. But yeah, you can go right out of Manistee right now and catch fish straight out. If you want to work the pier heads, I'm telling you, there's fish there, and they're good fish, and it's still a good plug bite. Mix some spoons in, though, as well. Throw some spoons in there, some good glow spoons. You can work those pier heads. If you're lucky, you're going to get a bite or 2, and you're going to have some really good fish there. Yeah, Windfinder app. Yeah, the Windfinder app is showing some crazy, crazy stuff coming up. I don't have much word on Ludington. My sister Laura always throws me a super chat. Thanks, Laura. I appreciate it. Actually, I'll put that towards a new line. We busted that 3-year-old king today. and the coho decided to tangle up about half my stuff. I mean, that 3-year-old king hit on the 225 copper, decided to run out, jump into my 7 color, and then decided to run back in and get into my 300 copper. It was an absolute mess. And we ended up tangling up 5 rods today. And by tangling, I mean just like destroyed. I had to almost start back to the backer. Yeah, just a mess. So yeah, I'll put that towards the new line on the reels. But it was still a fun day. The clients really had a good time. They were really nice people. Really nice to have on the boat. Anyway, like I said, I don't have much word on Ludington. I think what's going to be similar. Matt President's good to see you. Tom Hurley, hey, more line donations, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's really cool. But I think you're going to run into similar circumstances, really, no matter what port you fish right now, whether it be Frankfurt, Ludington, Muskegon. Any of those are going to be real similar circumstances. You're probably going to have a lot of kings up by the pier heads, and you're still going to have the 2 and 3-year-olds and the coho a little bit deeper. Now, this coming week, I'm looking to maybe get offshore if the weather will let me. And by offshore, I mean like 15 to 20 miles out. Go out there and look also for some steelhead and for some coho and for some juvenile kings. And you can find them this time of the year as well. They can be really good fishing out there. I hope to find some steelhead. They have been hard to get this year, but that can work as well also. But that's weather dependent, boat size dependent, crew dependent. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Equipment dependent. Just be careful running offshore if you're not set up for it. All right, cool. All right, what kind of questions we got? I got some things actually to throw out. What do I want to do first? Is the cold weather expected this coming week going to shut everything down? It's hard to say, Steve. It's really hard to say because Steve wanted to know if the cold weather is going to shut everything down this week. The Kings, like I said, they're right there ready to go. It's like they're almost waiting on the green light to shoot up that river. Shoot in the lake and then up into the river. By lake, I mean Manistee Lake. There's an intermediate lake there between Lake Michigan and our river. The big Manistee and the little Manistee. But it's almost like they're waiting on that word to go. So maybe the colder weather coming in might do that. Typically, it will do that. So I think a lot of those are going to run. And I think a lot of the ones that are still out in the lake, there's still adults out in the lake. I think some of those are going to also come in or into the staging areas as well. So it's hard to say it's going to shut everything down or it's actually going to turn some things on. It will remain to be seen. I can't talk tonight. I'm dragging a little bit. Hey, that's fine. Comes with the deal, Excuse me. 74 people here, 17 thumbs up. I always appreciate the thumbs up. I always say that, but I do. Always appreciate the thumbs up. So here's one cool thing for the Patreon. I said a long time ago, and for those of you that don't know this, if you go on our Patreon channel, just look up Tangle Tackle Fishing on patreon.com. What is that? Patreon. A long time ago, I did a video saying, hey, I'm going to give away a free charter if I get to 100 people that support us on Patreon in a certain criteria. Hey, we got there. So really cool. Really, I just want to say thanks. And I know I say thanks on here all the time. I never want to seem or sound like it's false because I mean it every time. So thank you, everybody that supports us on Patreon. Everybody got there. We got to that 100 people. We met that criteria. I verified it. So now we're going to give away a free charter. We're not going to do it tonight. We're probably not going to do it until probably towards the beginning of next year. So stay tuned on that. I just want everyone to know on that. I have been monitoring it. I do look at my Patreon messages pretty often. I tend to go there more often, or I guess more often than I do to my email. My email just gets slammed every day. People having questions about what rods to run, where to go, what to fish, colors on everything. I try to get as many of those answered as I can, but I'm sure you guys understand. The Patreon people, the guys and gals that support the channel, I tend to go on there and get those answered a little more quickly. So no offense to anyone, but I just want everybody to understand that. But yeah, we're there at Patreon. So towards the beginning of 2021, God help us, I hope 2021 is a little bit better year. We're going to give away a free charter to whoever those people are. And you can still get in on that deal. If you don't support us on Patreon and you want to, you can still get in on there. So if you want to jump in, I will gladly add all those names into that bucket until we decide on the date to give that trip away. So yeah, And like I told you before, it's not going to be a cheap date. It's not going to be early May fishing. It's not going to be, the June lull fishing. Thanks, Ron Tober. I appreciate it, dude. It's going to be, I'm going to save a prime August date for the winter on that thing. And you can bring 5 people with you. I can take up to 6 guests on my license, so I can take you and 5 of your friends out there, and we'll go out there and we'll have a really good time. Hope fishing like last year has been like this year. I mean, last couple of weeks it's been lights out. Going out there, I got a new personal best the other day, like last week. Had 5 guys on board, and super nice guys. And I didn't have a mate that day. My autopilot was acting up somewhat, and that autopilot, and got everything set up in the dark. And I kind of stood there because I was surprised that I got all the rods set up without something going off. And I turned and I looked at the guys and I said, "That's funny." I said, "It's been a while since I got everything set up before the rods started shooting." And all of a sudden, pop, pop. I started handing rods off. Pop, 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 pop. Had 6 on at one time. 6 adult kings on at one time. I had one. I was fighting one. 5 guys are fighting the other ones. I'm trying to net fish, drive the boat. It was a you know what show out there. But we got 5 of the 6 into the boat, and it was just a blast. I think we ended up boating 10 or 11 or 12 that day. Had a full cooler. It was really good fishing. And we've been on. I've been lucky enough to be on for the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of days just like that. So I hope 2021 is going to be as good or better than 2020. And I hope the Kings show up earlier in 2021. We waited a long time for the Kings to show up this year. All right. Well, anyway, that covers the free charter, or the charter giveaway on Patreon. I want everybody to know about that. And again, thank you to everybody that has supported us, since we started doing that thing. So thank you again. All right, here's the next thing. I think everybody understands, my hands are pretty busy these days. Full-time job, chartering, on my off time, doing the YouTube thing, a few other irons in the fire. My hands are pretty busy. I'm not having a whole bunch of time to get in there and get into my video that I got from this year and start making, more videos for you guys and gals out there. I want to get some fishing videos out there now that the season is winding down. I want to get, I got a couple instructional videos that I still want to do before this year is over on some things that many people have asked for. So I want to get these things done soon. But like I said, I'm running out of time and days to get these things done. So I'm looking for somebody out there. If you guys, if somebody out there does video editing and wants to jump in, I'm happy to talk with you. We can talk about pricing or whatever. If we want to trade a charter next year for some video editing, something like that, I'd be happy to do a charter trip, an exchange, something along those lines. But I'm looking for somebody that knows what they're doing, can create quality videos. Will listen to my taste on things, and I can direct in the direction that I want to go with them. But if there's anybody out there that's interested in doing that, just shoot me a message on my Gmail, please. ChrisTangleTackle@gmail.com or Chris@darkbluecharters.com, or just call me 231-252-1177 or text me. And if we want to talk about that, and if anybody's interested, I'd be happy to hopefully get somebody on board to lessen the burden on me a little bit. And I think that way I'd be able to get more content out there, more quality content out there for everybody. So I think it's a win-win. And I'm getting to that point where I almost have to start handing some of the burden off to somebody else, or get a little help on some of these things. I love editing my own videos. I truly do. But I get frustrated because I can't put the time into it that I want to put into it to make the videos that I want to make. You know what I mean? I want them to be a certain way, come out really nice. Some artistic things to them even, some musical things. And I get frustrated when I just don't have the time to do it. And I want to keep this channel rolling. I want to keep bringing things to everybody out there that everybody seems to enjoy and to watch. So, like I said, shoot me a line, drop me a message, whatever you want to do. If you're out there, you're interested, let me know. We'll talk from there. So that's really it. Trying to think if there's something else I want to talk about. I think that was really. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I'll think of it in the future. So, who's got questions? Who's got comments, concerns? Who wants to talk about some things out there? If you got any questions or anything, shoot them out there right now. We're at 20 minutes exactly right there, just rolled up. And thanks again for the super chatters. I can see that up there on my screen that we had some super chatters, really super people. And yeah, anyway. Well, quiet. Just quiet all of a sudden. I almost think there's a lag on here sometimes. Chris Olson, color on the plugs. All right, good question there, Chris. Mother of pearl plugs, always good. Anything with pearl in them, especially the ace highs, mother of pearls, the pearl with the ladder backs, pearls with the green ladder backs. Anything with the mother of pearl, the glow mother of pearl, is almost always a good thing. Also, I've been using the Best Lure Company's plugs. Has the water temps dropped around Manistee? No, Bill, not much at all. Not much at all. I've been using the Best Lure Company plugs, the company that's out of Canada, bestlurecompany.com, I think it is, or Best Lure Company, bestlureco.ca. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I've been using a lot of their plugs, and I got to tell, I've never used a Lyman lure. I've heard many people talk about them and how good they are and how hard they are to find. And I've had many people look at those plugs and tell me how much the Best Lure Companies look and fish like Lyman lures. I mean, they're hand-carved, all wooden plugs with some really nice paint. You're welcome, Bill. No problem, man. So I've been using those plugs as well. I've been using the Pebbles. What was the other one? Oh, Carrot Top. Pebbles and Carrot Top seem to be doing really well lately. Toxic Shock also. What's my typical mix for... I'll get back to that, Clyde. That was a good question. Excuse me. Yeah, but those have been working very well. Can I donate direct to the shop for your channel when it comes? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can stop in the shop. If you stop in the shop and I'm not there, just talk to whoever's working, and get an envelope or whatnot and put my name on it. Yeah, of course. I appreciate that. Thank you. So Clyde, you wanted to know what's my typical spread setup. I actually covered that a little bit ago during the fishing report. My typical spread for this time of the year, my 3 riggers. My deepest one's always my chute. And I usually put that about 10 feet below where the temperature break is. And then my out and downs, my 2 on the corners, I put right down, one just in the thermocline, maybe one slightly below, or one just above and one slightly below. So my 3 riggers, I usually only run 2 high divers this time of the year, unless there's a meat bite going. If there's a meat bite going, I'll throw low divers out also. 2 high divers out with normally with flash or fly, and then just my long lines out on whatever side. And of course, the long lines are going to be dependent on where the temp break is. For me lately, it's been a 7, 10, and 13 color on one side, and on the other side, it's been a usually like a 5 color, a 225 copper, and a 300 copper. And then I can just alternate my long lines and everything else if the temp break's a little deeper or a little higher. Good question though, man. Good question. All right, what else you guys got? 86 people here, 23 minutes in. That's cool. I can tell the season's definitely winding down, though. I need to replace my batteries on my boat for next year. Do you have a good recommendation? Yeah, I think on batteries, like anything else, you're going to... No problem, Clyde. Don't worry about it, man. Batteries, like anything else, you get what you pay for. There's some cheap ones out there, but you're going to pay for them in the long run. Optima, I've always known good things about Optima batteries. Just your regular diehards can be pretty good. Marine grade batteries, though, make sure you're looking at marine grade batteries. We actually have them. Laura, my sister Laura, being a goofball. If you come to Manistee and you want to stop in the shop, we do have marine grade batteries in the shop. So yeah, happy to help you out there. We have I think it's Interstates. It's Interstate in the shop. All right, what else you got? Man, it's quiet. Like I said, I can tell the season's winding down. I mean, we're up to 91 people, but I remember back in like June and July, we were like 140 or 150 people, it seemed like. And I can tell my this time of the year, I can always tell on the channel, the subscriber rate starts slowing down, the view time starts slowing down on the videos. That's cool. Yeah, I understand this is more of a seasonal type channel for the salmon and whatnot, but just so you guys understand that I'm going to keep doing this every Sunday all throughout the year, so we can talk about fishing gear. We can talk about, hey Fabian, how you doing? We can talk about fishing gear. We can talk about ice fishing. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. man, I almost forgot. So here's some good news. Yeah, Patrick, I agree. Interstate batteries are pretty good batteries. So Bud, the owner of Tangle Tackle, you guys understand? I still get this question all the time. If I'm the owner of Tangle Tackle in Manistee, I'm not. I don't even work there. I just represent him. He, myself, and Jim, and the other Tangle Tackle guys, we just represent there. But I was talking to Bud, the owner, the other day. We got a hold of. I don't want to give his name out. His first name's Greg. Super nice guy, very deeply rooted in the outdoor industry. Great contacts, great knowledge, great background. I'm normally a pretty good read on people, and I tend to pick up good things on this guy. But he's going to start building the online store for Tangle Tackle. In fact, a deposit has already been made, and we're starting to throw around ideas here on how we want to build this thing. Excuse me. So the online store for Tangle Tackle is coming. I don't want to say soon because it might not be soon, and I don't want to say a specific date because it probably would be way off. But we're looking at into next year, sometime into the beginning of next year. The Tangle Tackle website will be up, so you'll be able to go on there. You don't have to email me or the shop anymore. You can go on there. You can buy rod combos, custom make rod and reel combos, all your spin doctors, your Dreamweaver spoons, your moonshines, your stingers, everything, whatever we have in the shop typically or presumably. Should be available on the online store. And if you guys know the store here in town, we always have good prices. I keep saying we, it's not really we, but the store always has really good prices. And we get a lot of happy customers in there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Excuse me. It's been that idea that we've been throwing around now for months, if not years, about getting the online store going. And I know the owner is super excited about that as well. So yeah, let's pay it. I'm looking forward to it. That's what I'll say about it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Excuse me. And if there's things that you guys think about that you want offered on the store, we can't think of everything. We think of quite a bit. But we should be able to do international shipping. We should even be able to do special orders if you're looking for a certain lure or whatnot. Jay Busha 100 just super chatted $5. Thanks, Jay, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. Jay Busha, I don't know. Could be a man or a woman. But yeah, we're really looking forward to getting that thing up and running. And anyway, cool. But yeah, we should be able to do special orders. Fall Laker setups. Tom, really the same Laker setups I run all the time. The spin and glows. Double chrome spinning doctors. The thing is on fall, excuse me, when the cold water runs in, the Lakers tend to disperse and they're not as congregated as they are throughout the summer. You can still fish them, absolutely. You can still absolutely go out there and get them, but they might be a little bit harder to find. That's what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. All right, what else you guys got? We're 28 minutes in. We can cut this thing off right now. Everybody can get back to watching TV or having dinner. Or I'm sure there's better things to do. Oh, good question. Am I still looking at getting dark blue charter t-shirts or Tangle Tag? Yeah, I'm still looking at that. I'm trying to figure out which shirt I want to go with. Excuse me. What do you guys and gals think? What would you rather have? Just a generic, polyester or cotton t-shirt? Or would you rather I got something like if I bought some hook shirts, and actually, the hook shirts would be more expensive, but if I got some hook shirts or some other PFG shirts or whatever, and then I put the logos on those, which one are you more interested in? A little more bargain basement or something a little bit more upscale, or maybe both. But yeah, I'm definitely still looking at getting some shirts done up. That's one of my end of the season projects. I want to call it, what do I want to call that? Like my thank God it's the end of the season project. But I'm polo shirts, PFGs, yeah. All right. So maybe a mix on things. Anyway, leave some comments. If you watch this video, yeah, just leave some comments down below what you're looking for. I'm always looking to weigh the opinions and all. You guys out there, you fish as much as I do. Some of you probably even more. What would you want? Thanks, Larry. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thank you for being on the channel, my friend. But yeah, if you watch this later on, hoodies, PFGs, okay. If you watch this video after the live video, if you want to leave a comment down below, just leave me a comment. What's your interest? Tell me what everybody out there is interested in, and My mom wants basic cotton. Yes. All right. But yeah, leave me a comment and we'll figure it out. Hoodies, zip up hoodies. So really a mix on everything. All right, cool. Yeah, keep those comments coming. I'm not gonna keep reading them out loud, but keep them coming, and I can go back in and I can look later and see what everybody's interested in. The big thing I gotta do. So I gotta come up with a logo. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's very artistic. Both my daughters are very artistic, but my youngest daughter, she wants to actually do the logo for me. So she's very busy as well. She's working also, but we're um, trying to figure out, a good logo, kind of get some mix of ideas going. Once I get the logo made up, it's going to be much easier. Then I can just transition into having the shirts made. That's the easy part. The logo, coming up with the logo, that's the more the sticky part right now. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I was thinking about doing shirts, maybe even some hats, some hoodies, things like that. I'd like to be a mix, dark blue charters and tangle tackle fishing. Maybe come up with some kind of catchphrase or whatnot. That's also a good question. Is there a catchphrase that I say? I probably say a lot of things over and over. I know I always say I appreciate it, and I always say there's other things I say over and over. Maybe there's a catchphrase you guys would want, or something about tangle tackle. I don't know. Just throwing spitballing ideas around anyway. Yeah, good ball cap. Yeah, that's the thing about ball caps, though. I mean, everybody out there likes different hats. Like I love Costa hats, love them. They just fit me really well. I like the way they feel, but other people like different kind of hats. So that's other ideas I gotta toss around. If I go to ball caps or boonies or something like that, something. I apologize. Yeah, yeah, Mike. Yeah, I'm sure I say that all the time. I'm always clearing my throat or coughing or something. Yeah, deep blue tangles. I don't even know what that means. Hey, Leroy. Leroy from Purple Tacos here. He just jumped in. For those of you that don't know Leroy, Leroy and Deb Dowding own Purple Taco Fly Supply. They're the nicest people in the world. If you got any questions for the Purple Taco gurus, throw it out there to Leroy. He loves talking to everybody on here because he gets great ideas from everyone. Great ideas from everybody on this channel. So if you got anything for Leroy, man, throw it out there. He loves to read those things. Oh, that was another thing. Derek today, he booked a charter with me. He was the one of the winners over the summer. He won the Purple Taco. He actually won the big giveaway, is what he did. Um, he brought me back the Chris's Top Pick fly kit. He had already purchased one. He didn't need it, so he brought it back to me, gave it to me. So I now have that fly kit to give away sometime in the upcoming days. And that reminds me of another thing I was going to say. I do have another big giveaway coming up. I'm in the works right now, putting the thing together. It's going to be a 10 color rod and reel combo. A Convector 55 LS 10 color on the Yakuma CLR rods. I'm going to throw some more gear in there. It's going to be very similar to the last giveaway, and that's available to anyone that supports us on Patreon. So if you need info on that, I already talked about how to do the Patreon thing way back at the beginning of this video. You can go back there or just search up Tangle Tackle Fishing on Patreon. Anybody that supports us on Patreon is automatically entered into those giveaways. And that last giveaway, that was a really nice giveaway. He was very happy with that thing. I would have been very happy with that thing. All right, what else can we talk about? What else we got? All right, let me ask you guys a question, because this is a debate that we had on a charter the other day. Best way to prepare salmon. And my favorite way is smoked. Love smoked salmon. Another guy just liked it pan fried, butter. Another guy liked it grilled, I liked it grilled with the skin down. Guy, what is your favorite way to prepare salmon on? Let's hear what you people have to say out there. You guys probably cook beer battered. Oh, heck yeah. Deep fried beer battered. That's probably my second, or, oh man, that might be my first. But smoked is so good. Oh yeah, look at everybody. Yeah, smoke, smoke, smoke. Yeah, but beer battered, I'd forgotten about beer battered. That's a really good one. But I'm curious, what's everybody think? Smoked, yep. West Michigan, Steve S. Yeah, I do love smoked salmon. But I'm looking maybe to Barbecue and fig sauce. Really, Tom? Barbecue and fig sauce. I've never heard of that before. You got to send me the recipe on that, Tom. Oh, canned. Yeah, definitely. I saw somebody throw canned. Boiled, Andy K. Yeah, boiled can be really good. Lemon pepper on the grill. Jordan, yeah, that's outstanding. Can it? Yeah, isn't canned salmon like in February just some of the best stuff you can eat? You just grab a can of salmon and just some crackers and just go to town on it. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm curious, I'm sure there's a gazillion ways out there to cook salmon. But when I cook it, I just tend to do what I've always done. Throw it in a pan with butter or smoke it or grill it. I'm looking for those really unique. God, if you got a really unique recipe, man, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. You can email it to me if you want. That might be actually something really cool to do. We could actually do a little like taste test. If some people threw me some really unique recipes, I could cook some up. We could do a little taste test on the boat and let everybody know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe pick a winner or something, throw them some gear or whatnot. That would be cool. And just ideas, like I said, I'm tossing around. Smoked is great. Don't catch enough out of Lake Superior. Oh, I hear you. Yep. Pepper and honey glaze. I've had honey glazed salmon before. That is delicious. Grilled with butter and garlic. Yeah, Parmesan cheese. Yep, I've done that. That is good. Smoked dip. Yep, definitely. Yep, smoked salmon dip is fantastic. Damn, I'm getting hungry. Ooh, I think I said a bad word right there. Delete that, please, YouTube. I never ever swear on this channel, so please forgive me. Yeah, but you got me hungry. So on the grill with bacon. I've never thought of that, Mark. On the grill with bacon. Bacon goes with everything. Yeah, absolutely. Candy. Somebody said candy. I'm not sure what you meant by that. That'd be interesting, though, if you got a candy recipe. Maybe you meant canned. Probably meant canned. Brown sugar and maple syrup. Absolutely, Fred. Fred. I know Fred. I think I met you the other day. Oh, yeah, I remember I did meet you the other day. Beer battered. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And beer battered mushrooms, you got it. All right, now I am hungry. Now I got to go get something to eat. All right, we're 37 minutes in. Fred. I love the name, man. I had a dog named Fred. I think I said that before. I had the most stubborn dog in the world named Fred. He was a Basset Hound, Australian Shepherd mix, Australian Heeler mix. Boy, was that dog stubborn. On a cedar plank soaked in water over an alder fire. That's pretty specific, Mike. I don't know if I can do that. Cool. Ross, I appreciate you stopping in the store the other day. Larry, I appreciate all the thumbs up. Larry is like the guru of the thumbs up. Whenever I start winding down a video, Larry's like right there. Thumbs up across the board every time. And that does help the channel, Larry, so I appreciate it. Anybody throws me a thumbs up, anybody super chats, you know how much I appreciate it. All right, but yeah, I am going to wind it down. We're almost 40 minutes into this thing. Drakes. Oh, do you ever target them in the river or staging? No, Ross, I'm not a river guy. Somewhere down the road, I'll get more into river fishing. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Somewhere down the road, I'll get more into river fishing, but I am pretty much just, I guess you'd call it Great Lakes guy or a big lake guy right now. Somewhere down the road, though, when I get a little deeper into this, what do I want to call this? This addiction. That's, we all know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. All right. Yeah, let's wind it down. Thanks to everybody who came out here tonight. Thanks to the super chatters. Thanks to the Patreon supporters. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of those recipes. Really looking forward to seeing some of those recipes. All right, let's wind it down. Like I said, if you're a video editor out there, you want to do a little business, I'm looking for somebody out there that can help me out with some video editing. So like I said, shoot me an email, christangletackle@gmail.com, or shoot me a text, 231-252-1177. Ross Volker, you just sent me a super chat. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. The channel appreciates it. Everybody be safe. Watch the waves. It's going to be really nautical out there for the next couple of days. If you're going out, be really careful. I mean, there's nothing against wearing a life jacket on a boat. Nothing. I have nothing against that. And you're not less of a person for doing so. Not any less of a person for wearing a PFD. Man, those things can save your lives. All right. Have a great one. We'll see everybody soon. Thanks.